Good evening, Iowa City. It is my duty, honor, and privilege to address the City Council and the community this evening in my fourth State of the City address. I'd like to first thank my fellow City Councilors, which are Mayor Pro Tem Megan Alter, Councilor Pauline Taylor, Councilor John Thomas, Councilor Laura Burgess, Councilor Sean Harmson, and our recently council-appointed member, Councilor Andrew Dunn. I am humbled to serve alongside a group of such dedicated, thoughtful, and compassionate individuals, and to be entrusted as your mayor. Together, I am proud of our stewardship of this great city. I would also like to thank our more than 600 city employees. You are the friendly faces behind our garbage trucks, the attentive caregivers of our parks, the trusted operators of our water service, and the driving force behind so many other essential daily services that contribute to our daily quality of life. Finally, I would like to thank and recognize who this address is really about tonight. All of you. The care that Iowa City community members show for one another and our home is truly awesome and amazing. In my 29 years as an Iowa City resident, I have found pride again and again in who we are as a community and who we strive to be. And this is exactly what we tapped into when my fellow City Council members and I charted a strategic plan for the next several years. We dug deep to ask ourselves, who is Iowa City and who do we want to be? Well, first and foremost, we are better together. Last year, we joined our neighboring cities and community partners to launch Better Together 2030, our all-in regional vision for how we move forward in Johnson County. As a result, we have begun a multi-city collaboration to revitalize the recreational opportunity of the Iowa River. Soon, we will be ready to announce an innovative 3D printed affordable housing project with numerous public and private partners right here in Iowa City. And my council colleagues and I will be calling on our Metro Johnson County partners to join us in imagining how our regional transit system can be better together too. I look forward to the opportunity to collaborate with my colleagues across the county to build on this momentum towards the future. Of course, the true heart of a community is its people, and more importantly, it is how we treat those people. We are a collection of culturally and racially diverse individuals and neighborhoods, each of whom brings a valuable and important perspective to the table. Now, I know we are a community that still has some work to do when it comes to equity and justice for everyone. I encourage our council staff and community to continue our commitments to dismantling systemic racism and social inequities. And at the same time, I'd like to acknowledge some of the work that we are doing. We are one of 120 cities in the nation that scored 100 points on the Municipal Equity Index in 2022. This is our 11th straight perfect score for the inclusion of LGBTQ+ people. We remain committed to a thoughtful truth and reconciliation process, one that fits our community. We offer diverse and inclusive programming with bilingual story times and multicultural events at the library, more inclusive and accessible play features in our parks, and transit ride voucher programs to ensure a dollar is never what holds a teenager back from accessing safe, healthy recreation opportunities in our community. We provide communication, education, and training through our Equity and Human Rights Office, the library, and the Senior Center throughout the year. We strive to infuse racial justice, social equity, and human rights into every investment we make and actions we take as a community. Because action matters. In fact, this is the slogan we've adopted for our leadership in climate action. Programs like our residential energy efficiency incentives and annual neighborhood energy blitz not only move us towards our vision for net zero greenhouse gas emissions, but also prioritize those who can benefit from this assistance the most. We have taken part in several public-private energy efficiency projects, which has meant new ways for us to advance economic development in our community while leading with climate change. Engagement in educational opportunities like the Climate Ambassador Program, Climate Resilience Corps, and Climate Action Festivals are just a few examples of the ways you can get involved and take action too. This past year, we launched a rebate program for installing electric vehicle chargers at multifamily buildings because renting shouldn't mean an electric vehicle isn't an option for you. This is one way the city is working to modernize transportation in our community. And while we prepare for the future, we must be responsible stewards of our roadway network today. We've seen inflation, supply chain issues, and labor shortages lead to infrastructure projects costing more and taking longer. In December, I breathed a sigh of relief when we were finally able to reopen American Legion Road. After a few more small closures this spring, this project will be on track to near completion by the end of 2023. Also in 2023, reconstruction of the intersection at Taft Avenue will round out this project. Work will continue on Rochester Avenue between First Avenue and Ralston Creek, and we are slated to begin rehabilitation of Benton Street and replacement of the Gilbert Street Bridge. We are also a multimodal community, one who envisions a future where commuters choose to walk, bike, or bus at least half of the time. To work towards this goal, we continue to advance our bike master plan, recently adding bike lanes on Madison Street and a stretch on American Legion Road. Next year, we will see even more bike lane enhancements on our roadways. And in the coming year, my council colleagues and I will take up the issue of zero-fare public transit, which could be transformative for how people move in this community. According to various national ranking lists over the years, we are one of the best places to live, one of the happiest cities, and one of the top cities for entrepreneurs, working parents, retirees, and places to get a fresh start. But we are also striving to achieve a more inclusive economy, one that works just as well for business owners and entrepreneurs who are Black, Latino, immigrant, or refugee. So we are committed to acting on the Inclusive Economic Development Plan in 2023 to invest in long-term support and wealth-building opportunities for populations who haven't always felt like there is a place for them in our economy too. We have recently partnered with the University of Iowa Labor Center to offer more pre-apprenticeship opportunities and with Kirkwood Community College to give women the skills and confidence to succeed in the building and construction trades. A few months ago, the council invested in a partnership to hire a community child care navigator position. And I'm excited to announce that within the next year, we hope to partner in the launch of a transformative child care wage supplement program, because raising children should never be an insurmountable barrier for someone who is ready and willing to enter the workforce. We are a community that has rarely shied away from the social issues of our times. And over the past few years, we have made some important strides in how we tend to the safety and well-being of our residents. Thanks to our strong social service networks, world-renowned healthcare facilities, and strong track record of collaborative partnerships, I believe we are a national leader in mental health crisis response and care. Johnson County has been selected as one of just 3 regions in Iowa to pilot the integration of the 911 and 988 crisis lifeline dispatch systems. Since we were one of the first cities in the nation to include the 988 lifeline on our police vehicles, I know our public safety departments will be good partners to the county in this effort. Last year, we invested nearly $1 million of American Rescue Plan Act funds towards the response times and capacity of our community's mobile crisis response service. And recently, I joined my council members in approving a second mental health liaison position, which puts us one step closer to our goal of having a trained mental health professional on shift and ready to respond with dispatched officers around the clock. I am also proud of the incredible work our police officers have done to prevent shootings and keep guns off the streets. Over the past 3 years, our officers have seized 319 guns, and gun violence has decreased by 77%. But the success of violence intervention also depends on having strong social supports in place. To date, we have partnered with over 50 agencies to provide pandemic relief to nonprofits and the small business community. An effort to build local nonprofit capacity through a capital grant program is also currently underway. Many of our own city departments also provide important social and community building opportunities. Our current budget includes funding to make critical improvements to the Senior Center so they can continue to focus on their mission of ending social isolation for people aged 50 plus through inclusive social health and well-being programming. This past year, we heard from many about our Recreation Master Plan, which will help make investments in our athletic fields, courts, and pools for the enjoyment of future generations to come. Because our city is a collection of authentic, vibrant neighborhoods and districts, we know that how people engage and come together with their neighbors won't look the same for everyone. This is why I am proud of the work we have begun to rethink neighborhood associations and organizing. We are seeing renters, immigrants, and refugees become connected to and involved in their neighborhoods, many for the first time despite having lived here nearly their entire lives. We are making space for everyone to find connection, community, and pride in the place they live. We are a community that has no choice but to focus on how we can stabilize housing as a fundamental human right for everyone. Our housing authority assists over 1,500 low-income families acquire and maintain safe, affordable housing, manages 86 public housing units and 16 affordable housing units, and administers 1,457 housing choice vouchers to those most in need. Each year, our city administers between $2 million and $3 million in federal funds for programs such as housing rehabilitation, home air quality, aid to social service agencies, home ownership programs, and other affordable housing efforts. Just in the past couple of years, our inclusive zoning and tax increment financing policies have led to the contribution of over $4.5 million in affordable housing fees. Money which is then reinvested to support our broader affordable housing goals, such as the South District Home Ownership Program. Last spring, we adopted a bold new affordable housing action plan. Our work on this plan is underway. We recently removed an outdated policy that had the effect of limiting our affordable housing supply. And last month, we made a significant investment in a comprehensive pilot project targeting housing stability, eviction prevention and diversion, and landlord risk mitigation. Getting people into stable housing is difficult if we don't have enough quality affordable housing to go around. That's why we are planning an overhaul of our comprehensive plan. This multi-year effort should make it easier to build more diverse types of residential housing, like duplexes, townhomes, and smaller multifamily units. It is important for our city to grow in a way that is both sustainable and attainable for renters and home buyers. Through our upcoming budget, we again make significant investment in our water, sewer, and landfill infrastructure so that as we grow, our residents can continue to count on safe, reliable, and sustainable public utilities, and services. The ways we are invested our funds, the issues we give our attention to, and the actions we take say a lot about who we are and give us a glimpse of who we are working to become. We are a one-of-a-kind city, a community unlike any other. We are thoughtful and compassionate, innovative and brave, and yes, sometimes we are slow to figure out the answer, and sometimes the problems we face feel insurmountable. But I am heartened by the reminder that we are in it together. We are the sum of our parts. We can do and be so much more together than any one of us could do on our own. Iowa City has blazed a path I am proud of, and together we have charted a bold future. The state of our city is strong, and I look forward to making it stronger together. In unity, your Mayor, Bruce Teague.